The crowd was buzzing with excitement as the night air filled with the thumping beats of music. It was the night of the concert, a long-awaited event that had everyone talking for weeks. The venue was packed, lights flashing in a kaleidoscope of colors, and the energy was palpable. People were gathered in every corner, waiting for the performance to begin. The air was sick with anticipation, and in the middle of it all, Naomi stood with her friends, a bright smile on her face, ready to embrace the night. Naomi had been a fan of the band for as long as she could remember. The music, the lyrics, it was all a part of her life, a part of who she was. It had helped her through the tough times, the lonely nights, and the battles with self-doubt. She had always been a passionate supporter of the band, and tonight, she was finally going to see them perform live. It was a dream come true. She wore her favorite concert tee, a vintage design she had saved for special occasions, paired with black jeans and boots. Her hair was tied in a loose ponytail, and her makeup was simple but bold, just the way she liked it. She was ready to soak in every moment, to be part of the crowd, to lose herself in the music. As the concert hall began to fill with even more people, Naomi felt a gentle tug at her arm. Her best friend, Lydia, smiled at her. Excitement returned all over her face. "Can you believe we are finally here?" Lydia asked, her voice barely audible over the growing noise of the crowd. "I know," Naomi replied, her voice full of joy. "This is going to be amazing. I can't wait." The two friends shared a quick hug, their laughter ringing out as they exchanged stories about past concerts and their favorite moments. Naomi was so caught up in the excitement. She didn't notice the security guard approaching until he was almost right in front of her. "Excuse me," the security guard said, his tone cold and unwelcoming. Naomi turned to face him, surprised by the sudden interruption. "Yes?" she asked politely, trying to gauge what was happening. Was there a problem with her ticket? She had made sure everything was in order. "You need to move," he said, his eyes scanning her face before briefly glancing at her outfit. "You are standing too close to the stage. We need to clear the area." Naomi's brow furrowed, but she didn't argue immediately. "I'm just with my friend. We're not in anyone's way." She gestured to the space around them, pointing out that they weren't blocking anyone's view or causing any issues. The guard's gaze hardened, his expression unchanging. "Move along, please." Naomi hesitated. "I'm just here to enjoy the concert. I'm not causing trouble." "Are you arguing with me?" the security guard asked, his voice getting sharper. His hands moved to his belt as if ready to escalate things further. Lydia looked nervously at the two. "It's fine, Naomi," she whispered, sensing the tension building. "Let's just move a little. You'll find a better spot." But Naomi wasn't ready to back down. She had worked hard to get to this moment, and being treated like this, being singled out for no reason, felt unfair. It was as though the guard had already made assumptions about her simply because of how she looked. He hadn't even asked if she had a problem, he had just assumed, based on her appearance, that she needed to be removed. The situation was escalating fast. Naomi could feel the uncomfortable weight of the crowd around her, noticing the way some people were looking at her now. She stood tall, her chin raised, her fingers curling into fists, trying to steady her breathing. "I'm not moving," Naomi said firmly, her voice carrying a sense of quiet defiance. "You don't have the right to treat me like this." Before the situation could escalate further, something unexpected happened. 더 라이츠 어버브 더 스테이지 플리커드 앤드 딤드 슬라일리 시그널링 데트 더 밴드 오즈 어바웃 투 비긴 더 크라우즈즈 에너지 시프티드 에즈 피플 무브드 토워드 더 스테이지 이거 포더 퍼포먼스 투 스타트 인 더 미드스트 오브 디스 디스트랙션 A 보이스 커트 스루 더 텐션 Hey, what's going on here? 네오미 턴드 토워드 더 보이스 앤드 소 A 퍼미려 피겨 포싱 스루 더 크라우드 메이킹 허 A 토워드 더 신 이트 오즈 클레러 더 리드 싱어 오브 더 밴드 허 볼드 캄퍼던트 프레전스 심드 투 이미디트리 커맨드 어텐션 앤드 앤 시소 네오미 허 페이스 소펀드 위드 레커그니션 클레러 워즈 노 스트레인저 투 네오미 데이 헤드매트 A 퓨 이어즈 어고 앳 A 미트 앤드 그리트 이벤트 네오미 헤드 빈 A 롱타임 팬 앤드 도링 데어 브리프 컨버세이션 데이 헤드 히트 이트 오프 클레러 헤드 빈 인크레더블리 카인드 메이킹 네오미 필신 앤드 허드 인 A 풀 피플 헤드 이트 헤드 빈 A 스몰 플리팅 모멘트 but it had stayed with 네오미 for a long time. What's going on here? 클레러 repeated. Now standing in front of 네오미 and the security guard. There was a noticeable change in the energy of the moment as the crowd began to murmur. Some people recognizing 클레러 and shifting to get a better view. The security guard was visibly taken aback by 클레러's presence. This person, he started. Pointing at 네오미, was refusing to comply with orders. We need to clear the area. His voice lacked the force it had held earlier. Now softened in the face of 클레러's authoritative tone. 네오미 felt a mix of relief and confusion. She had no idea 클레러 would be the one to intervene. The last thing she expected was for the lead singer of her favorite band to step in. 클레러 turned her attention to 네오미, offering a warm smile. Are you alright? 네오미 nodded quickly, trying to steady her voice. I'm fine. Just frustrated. 클레러's gaze softened. She turned to the security guard, her voice strong but measured. I don't know what the issue is here, but 네오미's with me tonight. She's not going anywhere. Is that clear? The security guard faltered, clearly unsure of how to respond. 클레러 wasn't just any fan, she was a famous artist, someone with power and influence in this setting. Yes, ma'am, the security guard stammered, stepping back slightly, clearly unwilling to argue with the singer. My apologies. 클레러 gave a dismissive wave. It's alright. Just make sure it doesn't happen again. The security guard nodded quickly before walking off, clearly eager to avoid further confrontation. The crowd, who had been watching the exchange with curiosity, began to settle down once more, returning their attention to the stage as 클레러 turned back to 네오미. 네오미 couldn't believe what had just happened. 클레러 had intervened on her behalf in front of the entire crowd, and she didn't even hesitate. The moment felt surreal. 클레러 offered 네오미 a reassuring smile, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder. I've got your back, she said softly. You should never be treated like that, especially here. 네오미 blinked, feeling a lump form in her throat. 생유, she whispered. Her voice shook with emotion. I didn't know what to do. You don't have to do it alone, 클레러 said, her voice kind but firm. None of us should. The rest of the crowd slowly returned to their usual excitement. Some people chatting, others finding their places, but 네오미 felt like the moment had shifted. The tension that had been building up in her chest, that quiet anxiety of being singled out and treated unfairly, seemed to melt away. 클레러's intervention had not only stopped the situation from escalating, but it had also validated 네오미's feelings, something that hadn't happened in a long time. As 클레러 stood next to her, 네오미 felt a sense of warmth, of support she hadn't known she needed but was so grateful for. It was a small act, but it was monumental. Naomi had been trying to prove herself for so long, not just to others but to herself as well. She had fought for so much her identity, her sense of belonging, her right to be seen and heard. And tonight, with one simple gesture, Clara had reminded Naomi that there were people who would stand by her. No questions asked. The concert began in full force as the lights dimmed and the first notes of music filled the air. The crowd erupted in cheers, but Naomi couldn't shake the feeling that she was living in a moment that transcended the music. Clara, the woman she had admired for so long, was standing right beside her, ensuring that she wouldn't be treated as less than. Clara leaned in closer, her voice robot kind. I don't want you to sing that kind of treatment is normal, Naomi. You belong here as much as anyone else. Naomi looked at her, feeling a rush of gratitude. I didn't expect that, she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. I never thought someone would stand up for me like that. It's just thank you. Clara smiled, a gentle, knowing smile. I get it. I've been there. I've faced my own share of discrimination. And I know how it feels to be treated like you don't belong. But you do. And you're not alone in this. The words meant more than Naomi could express. She had spent years navigating spaces where she felt like an outsider. Places where her identity had been questioned, her presence overlooked. But standing there, side by side with Clara, she felt different. She didn't feel like she had to fight for her space. It was already hers. And Clara had just helped her claim it. The music began to swirl around them, the beats shaking the very foundation of the venue. The crowd cheered in anticipation, the atmosphere electric. Naomi felt herself becoming swept up in it. For the first time in a long while, she didn't feel like an outsider in the crowd. She was part of something bigger, something that was hers to enjoy. As the first song ended, the crowd erupted in applause, and Clara waved to the audience, her energy contagious. She turned back to Naomi with a wink. You ready to enjoy this concert? She asked, her voice teasing. Naomi laughed, the sound genuine and free. Definitely, she said, her eyes shining with excitement. Let's do this. They stood together, arms raised as the next song began, the music washing over them. Naomi's heart raced, not just from the thrill of the concert but from the overwhelming sense of belonging that Clara had given her tonight. It was a gift she would never forget. The moment when someone powerful used their voice to ensure that Naomi's was heard, too. As the night went on, Naomi lost herself in the music. She sang along with the crowd, dancing in the sea of people, surrounded by the energy and passion of the performance. Clara's voice filled the venue, the lyrics carrying a sense of unity and strength that resonated deeply within her. Every note seemed to reaffirm that Naomi was exactly where she was meant to be. At one point, during a brief breakbeat songs, Clara caught Naomi's eye and gave her a nod of recognition. Naomi returned the gesture, her heart full. For the rest of the evening, they shared the experience to people, standing together in a crowd, united by the music and the shared understanding of what it meant to be seen, to be accepted, to be part of something powerful. When the concert ended, the crowd slowly began to filter out of the venue. Naomi and Clara stayed for a moment, taking in the last of the music before the lights came up. It had been an unforgettable experience, one that Naomi would cherish forever. As they made their way toward the exit, Clara turned to Naomi one last time. I'm glad we met tonight, she said with a warm smile. And if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. 유어 파우트 오브 디스 월드. 앤드 돈 레트 애니원 에버 메이크 유 필 어더와이즈. 네오미 스마일드. 필링 에이 솔 오브 이모션 라이즈 위딘 허. 생유. 아니스트리. I don't know how to say it. But that meant everything to me. 클레러 스마일드 백. The kindness in her eyes enabling. No need to thank me. Just keep being you. With one last glance. 클레러 walked off into the crowd. Leaving Naomi standing there. Her heart full of gratitude and pride. She had walked into the concert as a fan. Just another face in the crowd. But she was leaving with something much more. She was leaving with a renewed sense of confidence. A reminder that no matter who she was or where she came from, she had every right to stand tall, to be seen, and to claim her space in this world. Naomi took a deep breath. Her gaze following Clara for a moment before turning to make her way out of the venue. The night air was cool against her skin, but it felt like freedom. The city lights glowed in the distance, and Naomi couldn't help but smile. For the first time in a long time, she felt like she was exactly where she belonged. And it wasn't just because of the music, it was because, in that moment, she had found her voice. And no one, not even the security guard, could take that away from her. As Naomi stepped out of the venue, the hum of the crowd and the distant sound of music still echoing in her ears, she felt a deep sense of fulfillment. She had always enjoyed concerts, but this one felt different. Not just because of the incredible performance she had witnessed, but because of how she had felt seen, truly seen. The kindness that Clara had shown her, standing up for her and the security guard had tried to push her aside, had touched something deep inside Naomi. It was more than just a gesture. It was a reminder that there was power in solidarity, in standing up for what was right, and in having people in your corner who genuinely cared. Naomi's thoughts soared as she walked toward the parking lot, the cool breeze brushing against her face. She had always been proud of who she was, but tonight, she felt an extra layer of pride in the fact that she had not been silenced, pride in the fact that she had been able to stand her ground. And even more so, that she had received support and she needed it most. When Naomi reached her car, she took a moment to reflect on the series of events that had unfolded that evening. If Clara hadn't intervened, she wasn't sure how things would have turned out. Maybe she would have caved in, feeling the weight of the crowd's disapproving stares. Maybe she would have quietly walked away, retreating into herself as she had done so many times before and faced with adversity. But instead, Clara had given her strength in that moment, and that strength had radiated within Naomi. It had reminded her that she didn't have to face everything alone. As she started the car and drove away from the venue, the night felt different. The familiar roads, the hum of her engine, all seemed to feel more alive than they had before. Naomi smiled to herself as she drove, feeling lighter, more confident than she had in a long time. The world was still full of challenges. Yes, but it was also full of possibility. She knew that, with each passing day, she was learning to navigate those challenges with more grace, more courage, and more conviction. The next morning, Naomi woke up to the sound of her phone buzzing on the nightstand. She had almost forgotten about it, given how late she had stayed up after the concert. Still, she reached for her phone and gradually glanced at the screen. It was a text from Lydia. Hey, Naomi. I know last night was intense, but I just wanted to say how proud I am of you for standing your ground. Not everyone would have done that, but you did. You are so strong. 붉은 심장. Naomi's heart swelled with gratitude. Lydia had always been supportive, but this text reminded her of just how lucky she was to have such a caring friend. She quickly typed back. Thank you so much, Lydia. Last night was crazy. But I'm glad I did what I did. It wasn't easy. But it felt right. As she set the phone down and got out of bed. Naomi thought about how the events of the night before had set something in motion inside her. Clara's intervention had sparked something she didn't even know she needed. A deep sense of empowerment. She had always known the importance of self-respect and standing up for herself. But Clara had given her a glimpse of what it looked like and someone with influence used that influence for good. It was a reminder that no matter what role you played in the world, you could make a difference, and you could choose to stand up for others who needed it. Naomi had spent so many years trying to fit into spaces where she didn't always feel accepted. She had faced her share of challenges, of discrimination, of being made to feel like she didn't belong. But Clara's actions had shown her that no matter how big or small, the simple act of standing up for what was right could change everything. She had learned that people like Clara didn't have to wait for change to come. They could make it happen with a single decision, a single moment of intervention. And in that moment, Naomi knew that she could do the same. The days that followed were filled with a renewed sense of purpose. Naomi found herself thinking about the incident at the concert open. It had sparked something within her. She began to take more pride in her identity, in who she was as a trans woman, and she no longer let the fear of judgment hold her back. It wasn't about proving herself to others anymore, it was about standing tall in her truth, no matter what. She began attending events, joining groups, and speaking up for herself in situations where she had once been silent. With every small victory, Naomi felt more confident, more empowered. She was no longer just surviving in the world, she was thriving in it. And each step she took made her feel more connected to the world around her, to the people who supported her, and even to the strangers who might be fighting their own battles silently. One afternoon, a week after the concert, Naomi received a surprising email. It was from the concert organizers, thanking her for being a part of the event and for remaining calm in a difficult situation. The email went on to explain that Clara had personally requested that Naomi be offered VIP tickets for the next show, a gesture she hoped would make up for the unpleasantness Naomi had faced. Naomi's jaw dropped as she read through the email, her heart racing. It wasn't just about the tickets, it was about the message behind it. Clara wanted to make sure Naomi knew she was valued and respected. Naomi had always been a fan of Clara's music, but this act of kindness made her an even bigger fan of the person behind the music. It wasn't just the fame that Clara had earned through her music. It was the way she used that fame to create real change, to give others a voice and they didn't have one. Naomi had been the recipient of that change, and it made her realize that the power of standing up for others was something she could carry forward. That evening, as she sat by the window, watching the sunset paint the sky with streaks of orange and pink, Naomi thought about how far she had come in such a short time. She had faced adversity and come out the other side stronger, more confident, and more connected to the world around her. The concert, the security guard, and Clara's intervention had been the catalyst for this transformation. And as she thought about it all, Naomi knew that this was just the beginning of her journey, a journey where she would continue to stand up for herself, for others, and for the values of acceptance, respect, and love. As the days passed, Naomi's life continued to evolve in ways she had never expected. The support she had received from Clara had not only given her a renewed sense of confidence, but it had also sparked something within her, a determination to make sure others who were facing similar challenges felt seen and supported too. Naomi spent the next few weeks reflecting on how the events of that night had changed her. She realized that she had always been afraid to assert herself fully, afraid that by standing out, she would invite judgment or rejection. But Clara's intervention, her words, and her actions had taught Naomi the power of standing tall in the face of adversity. She had spent so much of her life fighting to be understood, but now, she understood something important. It wasn't about waiting for validation from others. It was about owning who you were, unapologetically and fearlessly, and showing up as your true self in every space you entered. As she made this realization, Naomi found herself getting involved in various projects aimed at supporting the trans community. She joined a local group focused on creating safe spaces for trans individuals, helping to build a network of support, and working on initiatives to raise awareness and educate others. Her past experiences, the difficult moments she had faced, are now driving her to make a difference. She also began volunteering at a non-profit that advocated for gender inclusivity and worked to eliminate discrimination against trans people in both public and private spaces. Naomi felt a deep sense of fulfillment in these efforts. She had always wanted to make a difference, but now, she had found a way to combine her own experiences with the collective strength of the community to create change. Every day, Naomi felt more empowered. It was no longer just about surviving. It was about thriving and ensuring that others could do the same. The world wasn't always kind, but she now understood that kindness and support didn't come from waiting for it to be given. They came from creating it, from offering it freely, and from standing up for the people who needed it most. Then one day, as she was sitting at a cafe, catching up on some work for the non-profit, Naomi received a call that would once again change the course of her life. It was from Clara's management team. They had heard about Naomi's work and how she had become an advocate for change, and they wanted to invite her to speak at an upcoming event Clara was hosting, a charity concert to raise funds for trans advocacy organizations. Naomi was stunned. She had been a fan of Clara's for so long, and the idea of being invited to share her story at an event hosted by Clara felt surreal. But this was an opportunity to not only amplify her voice but also the voices of countless others who had struggled in silence. It was a chance to stand in front of a crowd and share her message of strength, resilience, and the power of kindness. The event was scheduled for just a few weeks later, and Naomi had no idea how her life would change in those short few weeks. But she knew that this was the next step on her journey, one that would take her even further into her purpose of helping others and advocating for the rights of trans people. In the weeks leading up to the event, Naomi worked tirelessly to prepare her speech. She poured her heart into the words, telling her story, her struggles, her triumphs, and the lessons she had learned along the way. But more than anything, she wanted to speak about the importance of standing together, of supporting one another, and of creating spaces where everyone could feel safe and valued. As the day of the event drew closer, Naomi's excitement and nerves began to build. She had done countless presentations before, but this was different. This was a stage where her words would have the potential to reach people who needed to hear them, to show them that change was possible, that they too could make a difference. The night of the charity concert finally arrived, and Naomi found herself backstage, nervously pacing. Clara had greeted her warmly, welcoming her to the event, but Naomi was still overwhelmed by the significance of the moment. She couldn't help but think back to that night at the concert and Clara had stepped in and defended her. Now, Clara had opened up another door for her, a door to speak to a larger audience, to advocate for the very community that had shaped her into who she was. The lights outside were bright, and the energy in the venue was electric. Naomi stood behind the curtain, looking out at the sea of people who had gathered to support the cause. They were all there for the same reason, to make a difference, to stand together in solidarity with the trans community. Clara appeared next to her, giving her a reassuring smile. You've got this, she said softly. Just speak from the heart. These people are here to listen. Naomi nodded, taking a deep breath. The nerves still lingered, but Clara's words gave her the strength she needed. She was ready. This was her moment. The music softened as Clara took the stage and introduced Naomi to the crowd. The applause was warm, welcoming, and filled with a sense of anticipation. As Naomi stepped into the spotlight, her heart raced, but she knew that this was the moment she had been waiting for. She began to speak, her voice shaky at first, but as she continued, the words flowed naturally. She shared her journey, from the challenges of growing up trans to the hardships she had faced as an adult. She talked about the moments when she had been made to feel small, when people had tried to push her down or silence her. But she also spoke about the moments of grace, the moments where she had been lifted up by the kindness of others, like the kindness Clara had shown her. Naomi spoke about the importance of creating spaces where everyone could feel valued and accepted, where gender identity and expression weren't something to be feared, but something to be celebrated. She spoke about how each person had the power to create change, to advocate for those who couldn't speak for themselves, and to stand up for what was right. The crowd was silent as she spoke, listening intently to every word. Naomi felt the weight of their attention, but instead of feeling nervous, she felt empowered. This was what she was meant to do, to speak for those who couldn't, to make sure the voices of the marginalized were heard. And she finished, the room erupted in applause, and Naomi felt a wave of emotion wash over her. She had done it. She had shared her truth, and in doing so, she had made a difference. She wasn't just a survivor, she was a voice for change. After the speech, people came up to her, offering words of support and thanks. Many shared their own stories of struggle, of how Naomi's words had touched them. It was overwhelming, and Naomi felt a deep sense of pride. This was the beginning of something bigger, something that would ripple through the lives of others. As she left the stage and joined Clara backstage, the two of them shared a moment of quiet acknowledgement. You did amazing, Clara said, her voice filled with genuine admiration. Naomi smiled, feeling lighter than she had in a long time. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without your help. You gave me the courage to stand up for myself, and now I can help others do the same. Clara grinned. You're doing it, Naomi. You've always had that strength. Now, you're sharing it with the world. Naomi realized that, in a this was just the beginning of her journey. The world was full of challenges, but it was also full of opportunities to make a difference, to create the kind of world she wanted to live in. And with Clara's support, and the support of countless others, she knew that together, they could change the world.